here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In motion left goes a tight end. Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Winston. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First and 10, it's Pierce. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Another carry for Pierce. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Winston. Goes right back to Smith again. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Winston. This is caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Steps away. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And this one's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. To throw, Winston. And he fires one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Drops it underneath to Thomas.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Thomas. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 90 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Jameis now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
It's a gain of 20. And the Texans first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Pierce is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator.
Hey, good game, man. Can you hear me?
To lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints.
Jameis to throw it.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Winston now from the 50. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down throw for Winston.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Jameis again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Winston now. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
It's a loss of 2.
Off the play fake. Winston. Out to his left. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
This has just really been a solid 2nd half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
35. Saints 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On second and 10, Winston. He completes it to Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston,
they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-14 season.
And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.